Gears of War Reloaded. Gears of War will always be a special series to me, as it really shaped my online community growing up. I was in middle school at the time, and we would always have a full lobby going. I mean, we had people waiting to get in, rotating in and out all day as we played for 12 hours a day. It was a special time in my life. Just the culture of making montages, having sniper 1v1s, 2v2s, I was engrossed by it. So when Reloaded was announced, you know I had to round up what was left of my friends and go and check it out. In case you live under a rock and don't know what Gears of War is, it's a story of an ongoing war between humans and an alien race, the Locusts. You and a friend can play as Marcus and Dom, COG soldiers who battle their way through hordes of Locusts to complete their mission. Gears of War just has this dark and gritty atmosphere, almost kind of relatable to Warhammer in some ways. You really feel like humanity is on its last leg, fighting for its life against this threat. Playing the campaign again reminded me as to why this game was such a powerhouse back in its day. The campaign has a lot of variation when it comes to level design and cooperative ideas to get through the level, or just some cool mechanics that you have to work around, like this level where you have to avoid the darkness because these bat-like creatures will eat you alive if you're in the dark. Or fighting a boss known as the Berserker who can't see but is extremely fast and powerful. They even fixed up the most annoying level, the driving section of the game. I was impressed with how well it still holds up. It's entertaining all the way through, and it was also cool that they added the campaign missions in this version that were only on PC back in the day. I never got to play these back on the Xbox 360 in 2007, and it's a nice extension of the final act. Now, aside from the campaign, there's the online portion of the game, and this is where things get a little bit more dicey. Obviously, it being 2025 versus the game that came out in 2007, there are some major changes that do deviate from the original. For one, we now have dedicated servers, so in theory, everyone is supposed to have a host connection. Back in the day, one player would host a lobby, and that host would have a slight advantage over the other players. This sounds like a welcome change, right? But in practice, I still noticed an imbalance in connection at times, something that is honestly probably unavoidable. As I played more, I also noticed changes to the shotgun, as it seems like they added more range, and they made the sniper weaker on active, no longer downing people in one shot. The shotgun changes feel a lot more like Gears of War 2 to me than Gears 1. And this only bothered me more over time with how inconsistent the guns felt, and also I know a lot of players were complaining within the community about a lack of a proper filter system to balance teams based off a skill level. My friends and I managed to go on a 45 win streak before we finally lost, so safe to say we had some fun, but at the end of the day we really couldn't take this game that seriously. I find it kind of strange too how they divided some of these game modes, like only being able to play Execution and Ranked. To wrap this up, I mean, Gears of War will always be a 5 out of 5 for me just because of the role that it had to play in my life. But on an objective level, when I look at this remake specifically as a package, I would rate it more as to a 3 out of 5. I mean, this is the second time that they remade the original Gears. It probably really didn't need a remake. I think this is more so for the people on PlayStation who never got the chance to play it, and if that is the case, then I would say it's definitely worth the $40 price tag. It was nice to revisit a classic, but I won't be spending much more time on this game in the near future.